Hey everyone, this is the first edition of Dad's Kitchen. You may notice I'm whispering right now. That's because the Rugrats are asleep. A few of my friends asked me to put together a video because they love the different recipes. They love to see the boys running around, always taste testing what I'm cooking, and always wanting to help out. So that's where the name comes from, Dad's Kitchen. Well, let's get into it. For our first recipe, we have beer can chicken. Something simple, easy, and fun to make at home. Now this chicken's already been prepped for about 3 to 4 hours sitting in the fridge. But for inquiring minds, I oiled it down with some sesame oil. Tony Chachere's, my favorite. Complete seasoning. A tad bit of garlic. And lemon pepper. Step 2. Get your beer flavors together. Now for this, I wanted a flavored, not so much citrusy or bitter flavored beer, so I thought Red Apple Ale would be really good with this chicken. Go ahead and crack these two bad boys open. Just making sure it's still good. Now I have 2 cans here because I bought 2 whole chickens. One of some small ones, one for dinner, one that can be lunch throughout the week. Now for those of you who don't know what beer can chicken is, it's simply taking a well-seasoned chicken, putting a can under it, putting it either on the grill or in the oven to heat up, let those juices and those flavors evaporate and spread through the whole meat, and you get a really good chicken. Now you can do this on a grill, it probably comes out the best, but to keep it simple, we're going to just do it baked today at home. Now I've already set up my 2 chickens on their Red Apple Ale, as you can see, and I had to take out that top layer wrap. Now, if you're like me, of course we're going to need all the space. Now, our oven has already been preheated to 375 degrees, and our chicken is ready to go. Of course you're going to ask yourself, what is he going to eat with all that chicken? Well, I've already mapped that out for you. I'm going to eat sauteed cabbage and seasoned garlic and parsley red potatoes, my favorite. Now while that's coming together, we're gonna give it about an hour in the oven. Now we're gonna go ahead and make our glaze. We're gonna use a little bit of honey, a little salt, spicy brown mustard, or you can use Dijon, it's really a preference, lemon juice, and garlic. Now you can use fresh garlic or already jarred garlic, it's whatever is more comfortable for you. And caliente. Now caliente is more of a real flavored cayenne pepper. That's why I prefer this, but you can use either or. I'm going to go ahead and add just an even amount of each ingredient. A couple dabs of salt. An unmeasured tablespoon of lemon juice. Our brown mustard. And we really want to do about a 1/4 cup of this, especially that we have 2 chickens and not 1. That's going to come together really nice. Our caliente. Now the more you add, the more heat it's going to bring on the back end. We don't want to do too much, because of course the boys still got to eat it, but we want a little kick in there. And then our garlic. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir this well. I'm going to actually go below the belt on this one. What I'm going to do next is go grab another can of that Red Apple Ale and just top her off. Oh man, I'm so excited. Now I'm going ahead and crack open this red apple ale. Don't want to add too much because it still has to be thick because it's glazed. It's the most important part to understand. Now, you guys don't mind me. What I'm about to do is go ahead and get a little taste of this, see how it's going. Of course, everyone's taste buds are different. So one thing that you want to keep in mind is too much of one thing might be better for you, not so much as flavorful for someone else. Ah, that's good. But I'm gonna add a little more caliente because I still want to have that kick. Now that we have our glaze together, we're gonna go ahead and cover it and put it in the fridge. So it's been about an hour and 10 minutes now. I was late to respond. I had to make sure I made something to eat for the little one. I have one of two awake. Let's go check on them. Say hi, Titus. You don't want to? And that's why you're one of my regrets. So here we are. We got our glaze, we got our chicken, and we're gonna slowly pour on all parts of the chicken. Make sure we evenly coat all of that. I may have to go back a little later and baste it a tad bit, but that's okay. So we're just gonna push that back into the oven for another 20 to 30 minutes, and that gives us an opportunity to get our potatoes and cabbage together. So I've thrown in a saute pot with a little olive oil, quarter cups of red potatoes, and I'm about to go ahead and throw in some fresh minced garlic. That's gonna bring it together well. I'm gonna let that come together for at least 15 to 20 minutes before I add in my parsley. Add a little salt. And just pepper. Now that the oldest is awake, say hey, Elijah. Oh, you're saying hey, Elijah? You still sleepy? Okay. Now I have my cabbage going. I oiled my pan with a little olive oil, but I poured a little sesame oil on top. I'm gonna add just a dab of Tony Chachere's and let it cook down well. I usually add maybe a quarter cup of water and cover it. Now I'll skip the part showing me pulling the chicken out of the oven and pulling off the beer can. Make sure you use a pair of tongs for that. And it can get a little messy. Don't be afraid if it spills a little extra beer from it. But the easiest way that I've come to realize is throwing it in another baking pan and just laying it top side down. Pour some of that juices on top. It'll come together really well. Our potatoes are almost done. Maybe another 5 more minutes. We're just waiting for those yummy cabbages. Now, you'll notice I'm cooking it in a wok. That's because I love sauteed cabbages and I can't get enough of it. So I gotta have it all week. And there you have it. Beer can chicken with a honey spice glaze. And of course, a small serving for the kids.